Chicago. Chicago.
Yo, hey, there's people chirping. There's things going on around here in the Chicago streets, y'all. But more after these messages.
Dear foreigner, welcome to my city. See the bright light, skyscrapers looking pretty. Perfect skyline, postcard from my city. And we still on the rise, more construction keeping busy. Always bear down on your blue in the windy. Can't forget the Bulls, red and black run the city. Chicago, fire in the sky, WMB. White Sox and the Cubs up in Wrigley. Got a couple rings like I play for the Blackhawks. Always on the ground when my feet hit the asphalt. Dedication, hard work, and preparation. Never giving up to reach the goals I've been chasing. When it goes down, I'ma be the main attraction. Better stand back when the cameras start to flashing. Countdown, buzzer beater, how the game go. Crowd goes wild, cause you know who they came for. Michael Jordan, D-Wade when I'm scoring. Great Walter Payton, John Tays when I'm enforcing. You already know I had to make an anthem. Shot-town in the building, and you know what I stand for. Chicago, it's the city of the wind. Clock runs down, we gon' grab another win. Chicago.
Hey, yo. There are birds in the sky, chirping, and chirping. Listen, y'all, from what I'm hearing, there's a lot of things going on in the air, in the sky. Listen, Angel Reese reportedly getting some calls done or calls about her from Phoenix to Chicago, Chicago to Phoenix, allegedly. But welcome to the Gingerbread Man Show, and this is Steady Serv'n Sports, ENT. And it is an extension of Simply Ball Dropping podcast with my main man, KEYSHA. What's up, KEYSHA, man? I appreciate you. Thank you, brother, for everything that you do on this great platform in the networks. Hey, look, I'm at 3,031 subscribers. Wow. Look at what y'all done. Ain't he good? Look, I thank you for what you've done. I thank you for what you do. And I thank you for what you will do. I appreciate everybody that is supportive on this platform and has supported this platform from the jump. Listen, man. Hey, do me a favor. Subscribe, share, and like this video and others that you do watch on this channel. Also, you could be a member and be a bread maker and get in tune with me on getting perks once a week, good footage and videos for all of my members. And I appreciate you for whatever you have done up to this far. Now, back to the lecture at hand. Yeah, man. I want to bring forth something. You know, a lot of people say, okay, you telling us, show proof. Okay, this is what I would do for you. Real good showing proof as you go to different sources of the internet and social media. You have something like this showing and looping around. Now, it says what we covered earlier, shocking move. Billionaire Mellody Hobson in talks to acquire Chicago Sky. Billionaire investor Mellody Hobson is reportedly negotiating to acquire the WNBA Chicago Sky, aiming to take an active leadership role in the franchise starting this year in Chicago. I've always believed in the power of sports to inspire and unite communities. The Sky represents more than basketball. It embodies a vision I want to nurture, contribute to, and see thrive on and off the court, Hobson said in a statement to the media outlets. The Chicago Sky, a prominent WNBA franchise with a loyal fan base and growing national profile, could see new leadership and strategic growth under Hobson's guidance, signaling potential changes in the team operations, outreach, and investment opportunities. Now, if you go deeper, let's say we go deeper, into what's been going on in the full story, you guys can see that, it's a lot of talk that involves buying or selling a team, and what it would be, for a new owner to step in and take this team on. What a prominent thing. It would be exciting. But here's another part of what I'm trying to show you guys. Now, here is a editorial that was done with the Chicago Sky, and it talks about it in depth about what's going on and what's looming throughout these highways and byways of Chicago, dealing with Miss Hobson. Miss Hobson comes from Chicago. She's a Chicago native. She went to Catholic school, and then, of course, her alma mater high school was St. Ignatius. Mine was Weber High School. You know what I mean? So if anybody knows about the Chicago Catholic League, this is one of the hardest leagues to even, to play basketball, go through sports, do any type of competition and competitiveness in this city. So the article goes to allude of saying this. In 1 minute, I'm gonna pull it up. Shocking WNBA news. Billionaire Mellody Hobson reportedly leading secret takeover talks for the majority control of Chicago Sky. It says, in what could become one of the most transformative power shifts in the WNBA history, multiple sources close to the league have revealed that the Chicago billionaire and business magnate Mellody Hobson is quietly leading a high-stakes investment group to acquire the majority ownership of the Chicago Sky. The potential of acquisitions, first whispering about in private investors circles late last month, is said that it stemmed from growing unrest inside the Sky organization, including locker room tension, management missteps, and public criticism of the team's leadership. Inside described the current ownership structure as a fracture and an out of sync with the evolving vision of the modern WNBA. It says this is not a bailout, it's a reset, said one source familiar with the negotiations. Mellody Hobson doesn't step into chaos. She steps and rebuilds systems. That's right. Hobson, the CEO, co-CEO of Ariel Investments and one of the most respected financial figures in the United States, is renowned for her ability to turn struggling institutions into profitable, purpose-driven enterprises. In addition to her executive roles at Starbucks and JP Morgan Chase, Hobson has deep ties to Chicago's civic and cultural scene, and her potential ownership of the Sky will mark a full circle moment of our hometown icon who has long advocated for diversity, women's leadership, and iconic empowerment. According to the leak, internal documents reviewed by Bloomberg Sports, Hobson Investment Group has already initiated discussions with minority shareholders to purchase an estimate of 55% stake in the franchise, which could value the Sky at over 110 million, the highest valuation ever recorded for the WNBA. It says if the deal moves forward, sources anticipate a sweeping organization overhaul. This would likely include a revamping front office and a comprehensive coach review and a new long-term vision designed to restore the franchise identity after a turbulent season. Analysts say the new ownership could position the Sky as a model of financially stability, corporate backed women's sports organization. However, the potential takeover has reportedly stirred tension within the league's circle. Several WNBA owners are said to be uneasy with Hobson's interests. Learning her corporate influence could shift the expectations for governance, transparency, and operational performance across the league. If Mellody takes over Sky on the WNBA executive told one WNBA executive told the Athletics, she's not just buying a team. She's rewriting the WNBA's ownership playbook. Fans, meanwhile, have already begun speculating about the implications of Hobson's lead era. Early chattering suggests that her group could pursue an elite level of acquisitions and possibly recruit a former NBA executive to oversee basketball operations. The move would not only signal ambition to also establish the Sky as one of the most professionally run franchises in women's sports. The current ownership group has declined public comment, but insides confirm that the WNBA league office has been briefed and monitoring the process closely. It says if finalized, the acquisition would represent the largest private deal in WNBA history and a defining moment of the league's evolution. For Chicago and the women's sport more broadly, it could signal the dawn of a new era of power, capital, vision, led by one of America's most influential women. So, they always say, cite your source. Cite your source. Well, we got this offline, and this is a powerful, powerful message to all of those doubters, all of those people who, don't want the greater good for, the Chicago Sky. Me being in the city, that's what I would like. I would want them to sell Michael Alter and the Dear Rollison to really just leave the Sky up to better people who cares and show that they care about their players and that could take the Chicago Sky to the next level. That's what I want. And probably every single person who loves the Chicago Sky organization itself, for as the team is concerned. We want this, about me being a native in Chicago, we want our teams to be the best. And we also want, the team to be ran by the best. And I think that this would be a great move for her to actually get down and, purchase the team. So, this is my source. It says, state your source. So here you go. Boom, bringing it up for y'all. And then, of course, it's across different places and platforms. But you can go here and you can go to Skyrise Nation on Facebook or different outlets that they do have to give their take on what's going on. So then I go here, and I also want you guys to see there are looming talks about Angel Reese and the Phoenix Suns. Okay, let me go to Skyrise Nation. And on Skyrise Nation, they already tell you that, this is an unofficial page of the Chicago Sky, blah, blah, blah. And these are things that are hearsay. Say Angel Reese is in talks with Phoenix Mercury, Chicago Sky future uncertain. Just this week, star Angel Reese is reportedly in talks with the Phoenix Mercury about potential contract, leaving her future with the Chicago Sky uncertain. I'm focused on upcoming season, but all opportunities are worth considering, Angel Reese said. It says Reese shared in recent interview, previous Reese has proven her ability to lead a team and have a strong influence on the court, making every WNBA team want her even when the Chicago Sky is struggling. So what do we do from here? Where do we go from here? What needs to happen from here? You tell me what you think that should happen. But me personally, I think that Michael Alter and Nadia Rollinson should sail to that lady. And she take over and take the Chicago Sky where they need to be and have a prominent future for this lady. And we will be able to see exciting basketball, Angel Reese growing her own team and really be built around her and Camila Cardoso to be successful, and for her and Camila Cardoso to have a dynasty right here in Chicago. This is what any fan that has Angel Reese in heart and in mind would want. So we want the skyscrapers to stay together, and also I do, and Chicago fans abroad want this team to be successful with Angel Reese on it and treat it as the star that she is. But more after these messages. Let me tell you about the simplest way to get you in some WNBA and NBA action. Find your player, pick higher or lower, and win some extra cash. Pick between 2 to 5 players to fill out your pick'em entry. Get every pick right and win some much needed cash. Use promo code SteadyServe and receive $1,000 bonus in cash. Now that it's football season, follow Steady Serving ENT as I share my picks. Pick players, choose the amount, win money, make picks, win cash. Thanks, Underdog Fantasy, for your partnership with us, and thank you for using the promo code Steady Serving on Underdog Fantasy. So, will Angel Reese leave or will Angel Reese stay? But Angel, I want you to know that I'm here for you. I support you, and I'm rolling with Rush. So wherever you go, I go. Definitely so. Unc said so. So let me listen. Let me know what you think in the comments of what Angel Reese should do and what the Chicago Sky need to do and what the WNBA should allow to be done with Mellody Hobson buying the team and taking it to the stars. Yes, leave me a comment, long as you're respectful, and also remember, please like, share, and subscribe. As always, I leave as I came with another banger. Yeah, man, I appreciate everybody.
Chicago. Yeah, foreigner, welcome to my city. See the bright lights.